This is the race committee. The wind sampling is complete and this race is live.
So a grey and rainy day, but we are going to go racing to finish off Group B. We have 2 races to go. This will be race 7, and then we'll follow that with race 8, and then we'll get going with the final 4 races in Group A. It could be a busy old day with a bit of mayhem. That team there, they need to get going. Yacht Team Dutch Sail.
Yeah, it's dramatic weather, isn't it? But there's going to be plenty of drama on this racetrack. They need to deliver in these 2 races.
Delivery is going to have to come in the form of basically a first or a second to get them into that top 3. And what you will see when we go racing is all the team flags at the bottom of your screen, and we'll remind you again when it pops up, but there'll be a green line and a red line. The green line at the top of the flag, you're in. Red line, you're still out.
Swinging a lot the shift, so need to talk about that around the course at the moment. Big lefty now. No need to kill for the boat then, but happy to set up for the boat then. Happy. And Netherlands to leeward, closing the gap slowly.
Yeah, lots of chat about the breeze. It is a long way from being stable. Lots going on in the sky and also on the track.
Yeah, potentially expecting some breeze changes in angle and in strength even throughout this race, so definitely an eyes out of the boat day again. A lot flatter water today than we saw the previous couple of days, so we possibly won't see quite as much hobby horsing, but certainly got to be on your toes and keep your eyes out of the boat.
Concord Pacific Racing out of Canada, another team that needs to get a win. That doesn't look healthy.
Well, not with a minute to go. The Germans there, they're going to have to spin the boat back up closer to the wind there to actually get the boat to level off. And they will be absolutely late for the start, the German teams. Team if they can't get accelerated. A lot of boats out on the right-hand side of the course setting up here, and they'll be looking for a time on distance start from there.
Replay of the Germans.
Just too high on the foils there, not getting the boat in the water, but heading into the start here. A lot of boats getting set up now.
Yeah, we saw the Swedish have done this start in every single race, a timed run from the right-hand side and hitting that line at pace.
Dutch team very early here.
Yeah.
17 seconds. Yep. Short to kill. Well to go. 3, 2, 1, and yeah, no issues to leeward.
Canada really early at the left-hand end there. They will possibly be over the start line early here.
It's on, race 7, Group B, and the race to the final series is on.
OCS penalty, get behind penalty.
It's running out of runway there, the Canadians.
The Australian team 1.7 metres behind the line, leading the charge to that left-hand boundary.
This first tack's absolutely critical for positioning. Dutch will probably roll out earlier because the Australians will have boundary protection as the Dutch cave and roll, so the Australians there will have boundary protection, but as soon as they sail out of the boundary, they will be the giveaway yacht.
Finish crossing, then no turns. Crossing now in 3. Heading into it.
The Swedish team having right of way over the Australians, but nothing in this race at the moment.
It's going to chase 0, Peter Lester.
About zone 10.
Yeah, I like the tactic of the Swedish team. That far right time run, it works a treat, and then they have starboard advantage over the boats coming off on port from the boundary. So that was really well executed by the Swedes.
Copy. Angle. Target 27. Copy. And passing.
The Swedish really attacking this racetrack with a game plan, racing well.
We're getting 28 in this one.
Local team from Barcelona leading the charge out to that right-hand side of the course, sailing the boat really well here.
Struggling a little with the...
This is the race committee. We are moving the leeward gate, lengthening the course to 1.2 nautical miles.
Hey, Spanish go, stand by for my board call.
Yeah, currently got an average wind of
Okay, we're
14
crossing.
knots.
Oh, kindly cross that
Plenty for
fast.
this kind of racing.
Come on, play, stand by tags.
Ideal conditions at the moment.
One, hold down. One, forward up.
Australians there possibly on lay for that left turn.
Just crossing Swedes. Okay, copy that. Confirm left turn.
Well, there is a lot of pressure on Andu Team Australia. They may be sitting in the top 3, but nothing is a given with this points allocation. So they really need a strong finish here, and they are going to lead the majority of the teams at this top gate. So the first leg of 4, it's Andu Team Australia. They will be followed through by Sail Team Barcelona. Then there's Yacht Team Dutch Sail. They need big points if they want to get into the final series. And here comes the Swedish challenge, and there's a good pickup, as you can see. AC Team Germany and the Canadians complete leg 1 of 4.
Such a tight first leg, tiny leg. The boats absolutely ran together.
Let's stay in the shift phase, I guess.
So the Swedish, they're having to sail back through a little bit of dirty air there from the boats that have come up on the upwind. So although they are in pressure, having to sail through a bit of turbulent air. Australians pulling off their jibe nicely, and they'll be pinning the ears back now and holding the throttle open.
Slight fast mode is good.
Spanish there, not far behind either, so they'll be in clear air.
Up the course, pressure is now in the left a little bit. If I get too flat in the gym there, Max, maybe a little sheeties.
What's really noticeable in this flatter water of how the manoeuvres look so much more in control from the whole fleet.
I totally agree with Pete's call there. Absolutely ideal conditions for the AC40s here. Nice flat water compared to yesterday. Still a few little lumps, but nothing like we saw a couple of days ago.
Great comeback by the German team. They got a lovely puff of breeze on that side. Now right back in the game here.
AC Team Germany are flying. They're like, so just like they've come out of a rocket. Look at them go.
The Swedes, after being right at the front of the fleet, just out their right-hand side, having to duck a few transoms and then tack and take the left turn, going from leading the race to back into the 4th or 5th position. But Yacht Team Dutch Sail, very wobbly jibe there from the Dutch team. They've come off the foils. That's going to hurt.
Andu Team Australia, Sail Team Barcelona in positions 1 and 2. Both those teams need these positions to pretty much stay where they're at. They want to get even closer to confirming themselves in the top 3 and tomorrow's final series. There's the green. So you can see the green over the top of the flags. That means they are still in the final series. Red, you're out of contention at this point. Andu Team Australia leading at the bottom gate for the first time.
That's the schnitzel. That's how you want to get round the bottom mark. Be happy with that one.
They will be followed around by, Sail Team Barcelona.
Not pretty, but they're round, Stephen.
Yeah, I know, it wasn't pretty, was it? And then opposite marks for the Swedes and also the Germans, Yacht Team Dutch Sail. They have got to move through this fleet if they want to be a part of the final series, as do Concord Pacific Racing from Canada, who complete leg 2. We're halfway home in race 7, Group B of the UniCredit Youth America's Cup.
Happy to go. 2, 1, board. And turning. And power in the exit. Hold. Hard rescue. Catch here.
Australians there, Shirley just tacking on that left-hand boundary, so still in control of this race, but very, very shifty breeze coming down, and it does look like at the moment a possible advantage to that left-hand side of the racetrack for pressure and angle, so interesting to see how it pans out from here.
We've got breeze from 8 knots to 16 knots on the track.
As we said, definitely heads out of the boat sort of a day.
if you're used to watching the America's Cup with 2 boats, you'll realise how crazy this is. You've got to be pretty adaptable if you're sailing one of these in a fleet of 6.
Swedes digging their way back into this race after being back in 4th or almost 5th position, so they possibly could be moving their way up into 3rd position. The Swedish.
You want to do one in 10 degrees right here?
Good, this was green.
And on target all the time. Yeah, we're gonna
Let's go on to Chase 0, Peter Lester.
Right. Over that. My board.
Australia are doing a pretty nice job, really comfortable. So what's happening now, this that rain cloud's moved off to the left. On the back of the cloud, there's a big blue spot developing above us. And I think they're heading the Australians right to the heart of the blue spot. As the Spanish who are right behind them, so a bit of local knowledge from the Spanish, but that'll set them up when they get to the sleigh line to come across and on starboard to the top mark for the 2nd time.
And rolling up from to over, going up.
And Team Australia. Beautiful tack there in flatter water conditions, so they'll be trying to get to that left-hand turn. They're almost on lay line there. If they get a little wind from there, they won't be far off laying that left turn. So the Spanish also trying to get up the ladder run as far as they can to minimise the manoeuvres.
It's been a strong performance from Team Australia. They've come out understanding what they need to do today, and they actually needed the win to pretty much confirm themselves in tomorrow's final series. Now, if it stays like this, they can sort of celebrate a little early and then spend the next race refining how they sail the 40.
Let's not jinx it, Stephen.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sailing well at the moment. This is very much more replicatory to what the simulator feels like in these conditions for these boats. So all the teams getting the boats around the track cleanly.
So, Team Australia right now have been leading from start. They're not at the finish yet, but they are doing what Glenn has suggested they are used to on the simulator, the Sea State and the wind playing ball as they finish leg 3 and head on down for the final leg, followed by Sail Team Barcelona. They will go close to potentially qualifying if this race holds and their position stays. Look at this. AC Team Germany, no, back and forth, back and forth. Sweden, who are already a lock on 52 points. And it will be AC Team Germany rounding that mark and leading the Swedes.
It's the first race we've seen the Swedish not lead around this last mark or be leading on this last downwind. So sailing back into the gas there, the Swedish, so they will be putting the gas masks on there for the moment.
Yeah, it's a pretty punchy call to jibe that early into all the turbulent air.
They were sailing right in the dirt of the German team, but not many options there to jibe away and get clear, but they'll be hoping to make the gains further on the downwind, sailing back out to clean air over to the left.
All these teams will have been in the simulator the last couple of days. They're putting in, reinforcing the learnings from actually time on the water, listening to your coaching tips on the broadcast, Glenn. But they look a lot smoother today.
Well, that is beautifully locked in there in both pitch and roll there on board. And Team Australia, absolutely fantastic conditions here. 33 knots of boat speed in about 11 knots of breeze, so 3 times wind speed on this downwind leg.
Just a reminder, those green and red bars that you saw, green is good. You're in the final series at this point. You're in the top 3. The red, you're still, as we say, a bit like golf, you are below the cut line. Right now, Team Australia might have done enough to lock them in.
Good battle going on for the final place on the podium, and the Spanish team, local boys from Barcelona, really ripping downwind as well, so they'll be really happy if they can hang on to that 7-point finish in second place.
Yeah, the points really loaded for second and third. Massive advantage to be on the podium in each race.
So just an eye, there you go. Green is good, you're above the cut line. Red is bad, you're below the cut line. We already know that the Swedish Challenge powered by Artemis are a lock for tomorrow's final series. Who the other two will be might have been sorted by the end of this race. Currently, Australia, if they continue on here, get the full 10 points, which it looks like they will go to 42. That will lock them in. And Team Australia. From start to finish at each gate, they have done it and done it well. And they are moving forward in the UniCredit Youth America's Cup. The final series is upon them.
Good work, everyone. Very nice. Okay, stand by for a roundup. Yep.
Now, as you can see, we've got the Canadians sitting in position 3, but Sail Team Barcelona will pick up 7 points here. That'll move them to 35. That might be enough for the local team to go through as well. Sail Team Barcelona, 7 points, second place.
Fantastic result there for the local sail team, Barcelona. They'll be really happy with that. It's a fantastic effort.
This is a good performance from Concord Pacific Racing, but they are going to have to win a race. They're going to have to win a race. This will put them on 26 points. And they'd have to basically hope that Sail Team Barcelona get a DSQ. They're through in third. Look at this finish from Yacht Team Dutch Sail against the Swedish. Oh, almost a photo finish, but there it is. Sweden fourth, Yacht Team Dutch Sail fifth, and AC Team Germany, after looking strong in the first 3 legs, come home in 6th position.
Hey, coming up in 2, 1, coming up.
All teams finishing within not too much distance of each other, so it just shows these conditions are a little easier to sail the boats in. Everyone getting around the track nice and cleanly. Some really close racing and an extremely close finish there between the Swedish team and the Dutch, so great yachting.
So let's confirm race 7, Group B. Big win for Andu Team Australia. They are moving on to the final series tomorrow. Sail Team Barcelona not quite out of it yet. Concord Pacific Racing may have left their run too late. We know the Swedish Challenge powered by Artemis are already through. Yacht Team Dutch Sail may have seen their chance at advancing, go down the gurgler, and AC Team Germany have been their big improver.